you have done with BT cotton, we need to do the same on pyrethrum. Let's go to the next one. Farmer. And farmer is very, very interesting. As you can see, that is only our local market in billions. 273, that is what's addressable market. 70% of the drugs that you consume here are imported. 60% of those drugs are generic drugs, meaning we can make them right here in Kenyan soil. We need to go and knock doors of the people who make those drugs, encourage the people who are making those drugs here today to make more of this. We have not even touched Africa. We have unique tropical diseases within this side of global south, and perhaps this could be the hub of that innovation. Let's go to the next slide. So what is possible? If we only touch 5% of African market, which is 1.8 trillion, let's call the total market. If we only look at that as addressable market is only 5%, which is very low ambition, we can go to 88 billion. These numbers are possible, and these numbers, we have cracked them with the sector and saying, if you're granted what you want, what would you do? Let's go to the second value chain. So what do we need to do? We need to give incentives to the local manufacturers of pharma. Because today we are competing with a global, because these are big and heavy investment. They cannot be able to compete with the global manufacturers. Either we bring the global manufacturers here, but as we do that, we give incentives. Let's go to the next value chain. Edible oils. You've been very vocal about this, Your Excellency. The import of what you call CPO, crude palm oil, is $1 billion US every year. That's what we have, 1 or 2, perhaps even more than that. We have these companies that are in local processing companies, fairly doing very well, 100,000 jobs in the value chain, including packaging and all that. This is one of, when you do backward integration, is what you can stop reducing or start reducing the import bill on this value chain. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So what do we need to do? Is it possible to start moving palm oil to other oil or to other oil seeds? Is it possible planting our own palm oil? Studies have been done. The Lower Tana and the whole of Western Belt and Lake Basin, we can be able to do edible, palm oil or palm. Across the fence on the side of Uganda, they have done about 60,000 acres done by Kenyan investors. So we met with Her Excellency Gladys Wang and say, give us 100,000 acres. And we start thinking about how to do that. And our members are ready to do that. This is possible. But we cannot, again, expect the same companies to buy the land. We need to think about how do we facilitate them to get that land. Let's go to the next one. So I've already talked about the solutions. And these are just some of them. But there's a huge potential here. Okay? Let's go to the next one. Housing, I don't think, Your Excellency, we need to talk about this housing because you know more than us about this one. Yeah, and I can see PS Inga is here. So this one, we are going to fly over it. I think what we are seeing, the picture is even smaller than your picture that you have. So allow me, Your Excellency, not to talk about housing because I know PS Inga, I could be in a panel that will talk about that. Let's go to the last one. I think the last one is automotive. And this is an interesting value chain. In 2008, former President Mwai Kibaki, God rest his soul, his government just tweaked one item in the policy. Remove the import duty of 250 cc's and below, and just because of that one line, the explosion that we see of motorcycles and the amount of jobs that motorcycles have created. Motorcycles today, there are 3 million boda-bodas operating in Kenya today. But we can go further than that. What if we now decide we are going to assemble those motorcycles here? What if we reduce and say we are going to CKD, complete knockdown kits here? Again, you will have proliferation of manufacturing, small-scale manufacturing facilities across the country because motorcycles are across the country. This, Your Excellency, also is something that can be done. There are people, we've already started manufacturing here, wire harnessing, which is now being done here. There are parts that we are going to do, and also for the new vehicles. If you go to AVA in Mombasa, they are doing complete knockdown kit of Hilux trucks. They've started doing the ones for even Marco Polo bus, which is a luxury bus. So there's a lot that we can do on this value chain. Okay, next. And I think this, we don't even need to overthink about this. It has been done. We just need to replicate what has been done elsewhere. And I think, Your Excellency, this was the last value chain. And mine was just to show the numbers. We have detailed work that we have done on this. This presentation is on behalf of all the private sectors. We have collaborated with the MITI, Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry. They are fully involved in this. We want to thank you. And just to leave everyone with one thought. We always think big. We always talk big. As we think big, let us, Your Excellency, start small, but start now. It is possible and we can do it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anthony. Your Excellency, you've heard the details of only those 7.